Hello, in this video we will give you a quick explanation of the program ELBLA. ELBLA is a program for analyzing rift and pile drift of arbitrary shape with the real subsoil model. The mathematical solution of the rift is based on the finite element method. The program can analyze different types of subsoil models, especially the three-dimensional continuum model that considers any number of irregular layer. In the top of the program you will find the ribbon with its different tabs: data, solver, result, setting, view. From data tab you can define all data you will need in your project. You can find also file list. From this list you can choose create a new project, open an existing project, save as a current project, exporting building components, reading and reviewing building information models BIM of the project in the IFC format. You can select file list where projects can be deleted, compressed or extracted. You can close the current project. You can make a WMF file. From sending you can send graphics or list to Word or Excel, or sending to ELBLA section. You can print your result or your data. You can change your page setup. From help you will find more information about the program. You can find tutorial, verification examples, users guides, and also you can close your program. As an example, we will open an existing project example. In data we can find some button which are changed to be enabled and highlighted. We will start from calculation methods where you can change the analysis type. ELBLA can analyze slab foundation, combined pile drift, system of many slab foundations. In ELBLA you can also analyze rotational shell, asymmetrical stress, plane frame or truss, analysis of grid, analysis of slab floor. In this example, the analysis of slab foundation are selected. By click next you will find more option about soil model, which method are used to calculate the soil deformation. Here you can find 9 methods: linear contact pressure, constant or variable modulus of subgrade reaction, modification of modulus of subgrade reaction by iteration, isotropic half space, modulus of compressibility by iteration, modulus of compressibility by elimination, modulus of compressibility for rigid drift, or finally flexible foundation. Also you can choose the subsoil model, if it half space model or layered subsoil model. By click next you can choose the symmetry or system of symmetry. Is it unsymmetrical system, symmetrical system about x-axis or y-axis, or double symmetrical system, or anti-symmetrical system about x-axis? By click next you will find more option. If you select this option, the button for grid, for example, reinforcement, spring, support pile, neighbor foundations, temperature change, additional settlements, all this button can be changed to be enabled if you choose its option from here. And finally you have to save your selected option to continue with other data. Next, you can find project identification, where you can define the project title, date, project name, and from FENet you can define your FENet slab border, corners and opening, reference line, reference point, and other. When you select FENet data, you will go to a new tabs, or new tabs are appears here. The first one, FENet data, edit FENet. All this command and these two tabs are used only when you select FENet data. When you finish your FENet data, you can close it to back to LBLA data. The same thing will be with foundation properties, soil properties, loads, and other. From foundation properties you can select your element groups, materials. For example, here in element group you can choose modulus of elasticity, Poisson ratio, and slab thickness. You can select different type of materials, and from select element you can change element material or element group. You can define foundation depths, origin, coordinate, unit weight, foundation level. The same thing will be with soil properties and boring field. Here you can define one or more boring log. Each one has each different subsoil layered with different modulus of elasticity, modulus of compressibility, unit weight, and you can define also the water table and some properties for the bearing capacity calculation, for calculation parameters of flexibility coefficient. From boring logs or boring fields you can define boring location, or you can choose the interpolation method, sub areas method, how to calculate or define the subsoil or the interaction between the three pouring. And from load you can define your loads as point loads, moment in X and Y direction, line load, distributed polygon or distributed rectangular load. You can also edit a defined load. In each form are a period, or you can find help button. By click on it you will find HTML help file which are opened. Here you can find more detail about this form, or what can you do with this form. Also you can find the help from this button. Generally you can find this buttons or options in graphic. In this command group or window command group you can find zoom in, zoom out, original size, zoom window, move your screen, or you can zoom upper right, zoom lower left, zoom upper left, zoom lower right, or you can change your scale from here or back to original size. You can find also do and undo, or do redo, redraw to refresh your graphic. You can delete or remove loads. You can find in tables tab here in loads, where you can define your loads in table like this, and close your tab or load tabs. After that you can go to solver. You can select computation of all, or you can select what to compute individual. You can find here also self-adaptive mesh. It's a good tool to help the users for generating finite element mesh with better element or node distributions. It's better to computation or select computation of all. After your calculation, you can move to results tab. Here you can display your data as figures in plane or in isometric view. For example, here system of loading, we can display it in plane, here in plane. And when we display a graphical tab here, a new tab or a pair where you can find print command group, sending command group, options, and window command group, refresh and close. From print you can print preview or print this graph or change page setup. From sending you can send it to Word or copy to the clipboard. Sometimes, or some results, you can send it to L+ section or send it to Excel. From options you can find scale to change the graphic scale, or set range, axis. You can change title. Here in title you can find four lines. You can change it. Here are the upper two lines and the second two lines appears here. You can change the text in these lines. You can change page number, which are displayed here in the legend or identification legend, or you can change it by double click on it. The same thing, you can double click on project identification. You can double click here to change firm header. You can double click here to change loads, then enter. From results, again you can display results in isometric view, data in isometric view, system of load in isometric view here, and you can display results as contours, for example settlements here. And this results you will find or after displaying these results you can find send to Excel and send to L+ section are enabled here. You can send this results. You can display this results as isometric view, result value, distribution curve, circular diagrams, and deformation, which will be in 3-dimension or isometric view. You can display pouring logs or limit depths. You can display pouring location. You can display sections in X, Y, and arbitrary direction. You can display list of data or list of table through text editor. When you display text through text editor, you can find a new tab here. It's named the list tab. You can find the clipboard command group, font command group, paragraph and page command group. You can edit this text, you can change font or some setting. You can copy, paste, select all. You can move to the next page, back to the previous page, go to the first page or last page. When you back to graphic tab, the graphic tab appears here. You can close all, close or open tab, and from setting you can change main data like firm header, for example. Language, البلا come with 4 different language or 4 interface language, and help can be displayed in 3 language. You can change the system of units, number format, and design codes parameters. You can find EC2 European code, then ECI, ECB or Egyptian code, minimum style. You can change data directory. If you check this option, you can compress input data, compress intermediate results or final result, and select the default data directory. And from preference you can select if init preference or some if init preference, like check element overlaps, check element size, minimum distance between nodes, something like that. From legend you can change the identification box legend as an example. Here is the identification box legend. You can change its width, for example. You can change font for data result, title, identification box, legend, axis, list, lines. You can change its color, style, thickness, fill color. You can change it maximum or neat, and you can go back to default parameters. You can display value or select which value to be displayed, and from parameters you can find more option for graphic. For example, in general plot parameters you can select page width, frame, slab dimensions, display axis, draw neighbors, foundation, display axis arrow. For section you can find some option. You can find snap option here. For contour you can select color contour, display lines, or contour with constant interval. If you deselect color, you can color circular or circles for circular diagram, bunching, shear, distributed load. And you can find also some options for finit, display finit or headinit, display column type, display reference point line, display finit and separated element. Also you can find some option for soil parameters and solid element, and you can back to default parameters. You can save your option or just click OK for this time only. And from view you can display status bar. Here is the status bar. You can display or hidden it. You can also display tree view or hidden it. From object view you can object viewer, you can provide dynamic 3D view and shading model. Through BIM viewer. You can also make a combination from many projects or display multiple projects together. And on top of the program you can find some quick button like new project, open, print, open DXF file, open 3D face, or quick print. You can select which command to be in this access toolbar, or from more command you can select more command to be in this access or quick access toolbar. Thanks